Hey, what's up guys? Berube here, and I have today for you some more database training. So what we're going to talk about and what I'm going to talk about is I'm going to go through 12 different reasons why you can call, okay? Because what it comes down to is there's a few reasons why we don't want to call our database. Okay, number one is because we're afraid. We're afraid that people are going to think that we're being salesy. Number two is that we are just afraid that we don't know what to say or how to take it. And then number three is that maybe we're not getting business from it. Okay, or maybe we just don't have our database organized. So what I want you guys to do, and the whole reason why I'm going through this, is I'm trying to get you guys to make money from your database, okay, to make more money from your database, because like many of us, we're really good at getting on the phones or texting or having social relationships, but we're not so good at getting the people who already know, like, and trust us that we have done business with before to actually do more business with us. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go over that. The first thing that I always recommend then is the first of the year, the top of the year. So let's start in January. So the 12 months, we'll start with January, and I'll show you how this goes through. So in January, it's an easy layup. I mean, this is a Happy New Year call. So if you have, for example, 200 people in your database, in your CRM, okay, whichever CRM that you're using, if you have 200 people in there, then you break it down and make it manageable. So let's say each month you're going to call everybody, okay? So how many days are you working in the month? Let's break that down. Let's call it 200. Let me get my calculator. Okay, so did I say 200? 200 people. Let's say 20 days. Excuse me. So you got 20 days, 200 people. I don't know why I need the calculator for that. That's 10. So that's 10 a day. Okay. So let's go with that, because then that means that each month you'll be able to call through your database once. Now, if you want to call 5 a day, then that just means that you will have once every other month you're going to be calling your database. And you're probably wondering, how much should I call my database? Well, it depends on how many people you have. And if you have 200, well, maybe call them once every other month. If you have 600, maybe you're calling them once every quarter. So you have to have this scheduled. You have to have this planned. If your normal day is 8 to 11 that you're doing your prospecting, then one of those hours, if you have 10 people that you're supposed to call in your database, one of those hours needs to be dedicated for database calling, okay? This is really, really important. If not, you're going to get behind, and then you're not going to do it. So let's get you to do it. That's important. Okay, so what was I here? So on your database calls then, if you're doing 10 a day and you have it scheduled, because you have 200 and you're doing it once a month, then here, hold on one sec. Long day already. Then your first call for January, let's go over that, and then we'll go through the months, okay? And I'll give you the overall scripts for these as well. So January is a really easy one. That's a layup. That's a Happy New Year call. And now you can use this all throughout the month. Throughout the entire month of January, you can use this. So let's say it's January 5th. Okay, this is how the script goes. Hey, John, it's Jay Berube. How's it going? Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year, Jay. Good to hear from you. Yeah, I know, like, exciting things happening. How was your holiday? Was that good? Yeah, it was good. Oh, fantastic. Hey, I just wanted to, make this a quick call for you. I know that you're busy. You have a lot going on. I just wanted to let you know that I set a goal for myself and my team to help, however many it is, right? To help 25 families this year buy or sell a house. So I'm wondering who that's looking to buy or sell a house that I can help. So this one, you actually get right into the script after you do the hello, how's it going, everybody's happy, like that kind of thing. And let me tell you a quick little story in the middle of that. I was going over with one of my team members today how to have, it's like the benefit question. If you haven't heard of me talk about benefit question before, you have to add the value, talk about the benefit, then ask the question that you want the answer to. Okay, so it's give love. Okay, so positive, 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 and then the other thing. Okay, so here's an example. I got an insurance notice in the mail yesterday, and the insurance notice was this is what it said, like front and center. It said, good news. And I'm like, good news? I love good news. So I'm going to read this. It said, we've extended your policy for another year. So what does this mean? And then there's like bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. And I'm like, yes, this is awesome. And then after that, it said, your new policy premium is X amount of dollars. So I'm already pumped up, and now I see that, and, it's softened the blow. So what you're doing in these calls is you're making the positive, the benefit, talking about the great thing first, and then that's where you put into your script, that's where you put in the fact that you are looking for referrals, but you're doing it in a way that is friendly and neighborly because you've already done that, and now you're asking for the business. One key piece that most agents miss out on is the actual asking for the business part. You have to absolutely ask for the business. They're not going to guess. And if you don't ask for the business, don't be surprised if they send it to somebody else. Okay? Okay. So February. February is an easy one. Market update. Everybody wants to know market update. And you'll see that a few of these will actually repeat throughout the months because either you haven't spoken to somebody when you did call them the first time, or, when you do market update every 3 or 4 months, well, that's okay. People want that call. So market update call, I think you guys know this one. Ring, ring. Hey, how's it going? It's John. Hey, John, what's going on? It's Jay Berube. Hey, what's going on, Jay? Well, doing good. Just, working hard, trying to get things. A lot of my clients, a lot of my customers are wanting to know what's going on with the market. So I wanted to give you a quick call and give you an update on what I've been seeing in the market. Do you have a minute? Yeah, I have a minute. Great. Well, I just want to give you a heads up that, and then this is where you put in a couple of stats, okay? Just a couple of things that are relevant that they're going to want to know about the general real estate market. So here's an example. I just wanted to let you know that, this month, last month over the previous year last month, prices for homes like yours have gone up 6%, which is pretty awesome, isn't it? That means that your home might be worth 6% more. Well, yeah, that's great news. Yep. And I also wanted to let you know that there's a lot more homes coming on the market now. The inventory has increased by 10% over last year. So, this can mean a number of different things, but I just want to give you a heads up on what's going on. Wow, Jay, I really appreciate that. Okay, so don't overwhelm them with information. Don't get too into the analytics behind it. It's not about that. Speak to them very simply and just give them the basic information. That's what they want. Anything more than that, they're going to start getting confused. Don't confuse them. Okay, make it easy. So give them that information, and then that's when you ask for the business. Okay, so at that point, yeah, John, always trying to keep people updated, my clients, people like that, people I know and love. So I'm just wondering, who else do you know that might be looking to buy or sell a home right now that I could help? Well, I don't know anybody, Jay. I can definitely appreciate that. Hey, would you do me a favor, John? Yeah, sure. What is it? when you do think of somebody, when you do hear of anybody that wants to buy or sell, if you're at a party, if you're at church, wherever you are, if somebody does mention something, would you mention my name and then also give me a call and let me know who it is and what their phone number is so that I can get in touch with them? Like, that'd be great. Don't be afraid to give them specific instructions, okay? Specific instructions on how you want to get the referral, how you want to receive the referral, because they don't know. Don't assume that they know, okay? The client, your seller, your buyer, whatever, they don't know how to give you that information. Tell them specifically. Tell them specifically what you want. If not, okay, then it's just going to be left up to whatever, okay? And if they do meet somebody that mentions that they want to buy a house, what are the chances when you tell someone else, hey, you know what, Jay's my guy, he's my real estate agent, you have to call him, here's his number. What are the odds that that person's actually going to call you? Opposed to when you say, hey, you know what, Jay's my guy, I'm going to have him give you a call sometime this week. Is that cool? Yeah, that's cool. And then you get the phone number and you give that person a call. Do you see the difference? You're going to have a lot more leads and a lot more sales when you reach out, when you make that call. So then after that, after you ask them for the referrals and they say no, because they're always going to say no, it's very rare that they will know somebody specifically right then. What you're doing is you're priming them, you're pre-framing them so that they will call you when they know somebody, that you're training them. That's what you're doing, you're training them. So you do the training, and then afterwards just say, hey, what are your plans? When are you planning on moving? What are you looking to do? Okay, leave it open. Very open questions. So that's February. The rest of these will go pretty quick. March is a great investment property. This is easy, okay? Just pull up a property on the MLS that seems like it's a lower price and seems like it might have a high rentability or just undervalued. Whatever it is, some kind of good buy that you would actually consider for yourself, just pull that up and just give them a call. And when you call your database, you have 10 for that day, or the 200 for the month. You just call and say, "Hey, what's up, John? Hey, Jay, how's it going? It's going pretty good. Hey, I just want to let you know, I was thinking about you the other day. I came across this awesome investment property. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, $150,000. Probably going to bring a return of around 6% a year based on what I was seeing before." Or it could be a duplex or something like that, right? And I was just wondering, are you in the market right now looking for an investment property? Can you think of anybody who is? Like, this is a pretty good return. So what this does, it's opening up the dialogue. That's what all of these topics are for. They're to open up the dialogue, open up the conversation. So it's not you calling them and saying, hey, can I have business? Can I have this? Give me this. Give me this. Even when you do the phone call script of, hey, I'm wondering, can I ask a favor of you? I need a favor. Can I ask you a favor? So even when you're calling with that script, that is still leading with value, because what you're doing is you're calling them, giving them the opportunity to give back, okay? So when people give charity, when you're at church and you give money, you're not just giving money to give money to the church. You're giving money because it makes you feel a certain way, okay? People want to be able to give, okay? So think about yourself. Do you like to give? And when you do give, how do you feel? How does that make you feel when you had that opportunity to do that? Because most of us, here's the problem, most of us, we don't like to ask for things. And that's okay. It's completely natural for human beings. We don't want to ask for things, but we do want to give. We have the best intentions to do that. So you're creating the opportunity for them to do that. So you're leading with great investment property. That's March. April, I was just thinking about you, okay? And this is a great one that you can throw in and mix with, like just listed, just sold. Hey, you know what, John? I was just driving. I was just thinking about you. I was looking up a couple of properties for one of my buyers, and there was one that was 10 doors down from you. And basically all you do to pre-frame this, your background work, is you just pull up in the MLS based on their address something that's local to them. Okay, like 10 doors down or something like that. That's either on the market or just sold. Yeah, I was just checking to see, did you know anything? Did you know that house? Do you know that house? You know the neighbors or anything like that. Basically, you're just opening the dialogue. That's it. Scripts are really they should be fairly simple because they just have certain components. You open up the conversation, people start talking, you start figuring out what their needs are and where to take the conversation. That's it. It's that easy. May is another market update call. So you have that. June, I thought you should know this. Okay? I thought you should know this. And this can relate to another just listed, just sold type of call. Or it could be something that is important that just happened in the market, a market condition. Or it can be something that just happened nationally with not mortgage rates, because most people don't really care about that, honestly, because that information is so easily accessible. But something that's happening like within the industry that would be relevant to them. Hey, I thought you should know this. That just opens up the dialogue. July, X number of months of inventory. Give somebody an update call for that. Right now, if you have, say, 3.6 months of inventory, you call someone, hey, John, how's it going? It's Jay. Jay, what's up? See, by this point now, they're like, what's going on? And they already know that you're calling to give them value, but also you'll probably ask for business and referrals. They're not going to be annoyed. They're okay with it because you're giving value in the conversation. So, yeah, you know what, John? I was calling today. I just want to let you know I was running across the numbers, and the inventory, meaning homes on the market right now, is 3.6 months of inventory. So all that means is that it will take on average 3.6 months for a home to sell right now in today's market. And just so you know, in case you didn't, under 6 months of inventory is considered a seller's market, and over 6 months is considered a buyer's market. So it looks like a seller's market right now. That's pretty cool, right? Are you thinking about selling? So X number of months of inventory. If it's 9 months, then obviously you know that's more geared towards buyers. Here's one of the things that totally grinds my gears. And if you guys have seen Family Guy, you'll get that. If you've seen that episode, Tell you what grinds my gears. That's what Peter says. But one of the things that grinds my gears is when I see these promotional videos from real estate agents or even just Facebook posts that say, oh, it's a great time to buy if you're a buyer because of X, X, and X reason. It's a great time to sell for X, X, and X reason. It's like, you know what? Pick a side. Pick a side and be specific, because guaranteed, if it's a buyer's market, it's not a great time to sell unless you have to sell. And if it's a seller's market, well, it's not a great time to buy. You know why? I just bought a property, okay? And it is a seller's market where I bought. And it makes it frustrating for a buyer because prices are at the top, okay? They're not at the bottom, they're at the top. And it's in a multiple bidding, frustrating type of situation, and normally they sell for over asking price. And when you have to do the multiple bid, it's a lot of guesswork. Did I overpay for the property or did I not overpay for the property? So when you don't have an advantage and when you have negative things that are happening in that experience, guess what? Not a buyer's market. It's not a great time to buy. It's a great time to buy if you have to buy a property, but you got to look at it that way. So, just those mixed signals. It's like, pick a side. Either it's a buyer's market or a seller's market, or, there's specific reasons that one of those is good and one of those isn't. August, another market update call. Then we have September, prices up or prices down call. And that's just pretty simple. If the month before, if the prices went up, for homes like theirs, then you just give them that update. Hey, John, just want to give you a general idea about the prices in today's market. Over this past month, prices actually went up 2%, which is pretty awesome for 1 month. I just want to give you a heads up and see if there was anybody you knew who was looking to buy or sell a property. Okay. October, I was just thinking about you call. You know what that is. November, another market update call. You can never give too many market update calls unless you call every month with a market update call. Don't do that. And then December, holidays. So December is always going to be a shorter month. You will have less people that you call. You may not even want to make those calls during the month of December. You might want to do other things in your database to clean it up and to have it more organized for the first of the year. Don't lose momentum in December. At the same time, don't overcommit yourself because we have a lot of different obligations of things that we need to do. So yeah, those are the 12 months. There's no reason to be afraid to get on the phone to call your database. Like, these are people that you need to speak to. They want to speak to you. Okay? Call them. Get on the phone today. Call them. Make a commitment. You're going to call 10 people in your database today. Okay? It's not hard. Pick up the phone. Come on. Okay. Bye.